Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Well, we are heading off here at the red tractor and the disc to go start getting our rye planted. Let's see here, today is October 14th. So Dad's already taken off ahead of me. We got the lime spreader on the back of our one Allis-Chalmers 7060. And I think, if I remember, I think I posted some video doing the same thing last fall, if I remember correctly. But we take and put the rye into our lime spreader and then spread it with that. And since the lime spreader has a pretty wide web chain, what we do is the back gate that you can adjust your rate with, as you can lower up and down there on top of your web chain above the fans, above your spreader fans. For the lime spreader, we just take and just lower that gate all the way down, and that works out about perfect. So I'm going to try and get a little video. I'll get some drone video. In fact, I may actually do some voiceover on the drone and show you what's happening. I'll bring you back in when we get up here to the field. Alrighty, just got pulled in up here, getting the old disc unfolded. And let's see here, Dad's over, well, there's that big sand hill right there. In fact, actually, you can see that grass line once I get turned around here, get facing back north. That's actually the property line up against the neighbor. I'll say one thing, he's got some nice looking cows out there. I'm pretty sure that's Charolais, white ones. Then we've also been spreading lime up here as well, so we got all the lime spread on this section of the field over past the part that we want to put rye on, and then we'll hold up on the rest of the lime until probably after we're done picking corn. But he just hollered at me on the two-way, said that we usually put a strip right down along through here, and then of course the rest of the field will be corn next spring. But where we put the rye out over here, oh, big sand hill here, then it goes down a low spot, then right back up on sand. So makes just for a good spot to put rye, because big old sand knob ain't gonna grow corn, at least not a whole lot anyway. Okay, just got backed up into the corner there against the road and up here against the neighbor's fence. Gotta watch, don't want to smack that. Don't want the old moo-moos getting out. Yeah, right there goes one. He's got some more up here around the old hay ring. Yeah, like I say, them are some nice looking cows. Now, I know he's also had Black Angus in here too. He might have, I think he's got them at a different spot now. Okay, there's, well, you can kind of see, sort of, maybe, on the other side of that hill over there, there's Dad with the spreader. So I'm going to go ahead and get this triangle part here worked off. And wow, a giant cloud of dust. Well, I like that Luke Bryan song, Kick the Dust Up. And of course, we are so absolutely bone dry around here. I'm surprised the disc is actually digging in the ground. A week ago today, we got about 3/10 to a ½ inch, and that was hardly even a drop in the bucket. As dry as we are, all the small drainage ditches are, oh, they've been dried up now for probably 2.5, 3 months. field tiles haven't run for probably 4 or partner 5 months now, so we're dry. Try and grab a little outside footage here of the spreader. Kind of hard to see against the sun. There we go. Well, you can't really see it going out too well. Of course, rye seed's not very big, but let's see here. Yeah, there we go. There's one. Works pretty good. So I've already started disking over here. If I remember right, about this area that we put the rye, I don't know, probably about 10 acres, I would guess 12 approximately. And now here you can see a better overview there at the lime spreader on the old 7060. We actually have 2 Allis-Chalmers 7060. This one here, my dad and my uncle bought new. I think he's told me back in 1978, if I remember right. And the hydraulic pump on the thing, it got weak way back years ago. And so it works great for a spreader tractor, but that's it. And so we keep it for that. Like I say, it works great. We can just put it on the spreader, leave it on there if we're using it and that kind of stuff. So just a good old spreader tractor. But yeah, there you can see the rye there in the line spreader. And even from the air, it's hard to see it actually spreading out the back. But like I said there on the GoPro, we take and set the gate of the spreader down all the way, because I think this thing has, I think the web chain is a 20-inch web chain, if I remember correctly, because it's for lime. But shutting the gate down all the way like that works pretty good. And so I think for rate-wise, we generally shoot for approximately 2 bushel the acre, give or take a little bit. And that works out pretty good. In years past, we actually have gotten a spreader from the local co-op. But the thing is, though, trying to get them to get out here and then trying to get it set for the rate and that kind of stuff can be kind of a pain. Well, and as you saw in my one video here a while back, the spreader we got from the co-op, it ran the wheel off. And so, because a regular fertilizer spreader has about a 6 or an 8-inch web chain. But here several years ago, we figured, well, we'll just try using the lime spreader, and that worked out pretty good. Just shut the gate down all the way to where the gate is just off of the web chain, and it's always worked out good. So yeah, you can see me there in the background, on over there in the distance, with the red tractor disking it in, and that's how we sow our rye. Spread it on, then come along with the disc and disc it. So that works pretty good. And then we've also got 2 other patches that are not in this video, but we actually got those planted the next day, and so that worked out pretty good. Because our sand knobs, we always just take and put rye on them, because let's face it, a big old yellow sand knob is not going to grow corn. And there you can kind of see those tracks going crossways that he's about ready to drive over. That is the outline of where we have rye. It just kind of goes like a great big arcing, almost like a great big horseshoe basically. And come down there, turn, and then go back to the north. And like I say, you got that big sand hill right there. That dark strip you see over there in the distance, where I'm disking. That's actually grass that was in the soybeans. Okay, there. Now you can kind of see those tracks kind of going off at an angle, going crossways over the old bean stubble, and kind of going back off the northwest there. Okay, there I am, rolling in the old red and gold 305. And this winter, I have got to get new blades on this disc. We've actually had the blades for the disc now for the past 2 years, probably 2.5. But it seems like something always comes along and stops me from putting the blades on. And now I've actually had a bearing go out there on the left-hand wing on the front gang, clear out there on the outside edge. And so I've got to get the blades on there, I think, down to about 17 or 17.5 inches. And standard diameter is 20. So they're well worn. But like I say, we've had the blades on hand now for a while. But just seems like everything just keeps coming up to stop me. And so I've got to get them on. Okay, I don't know if you can see here in that upper left corner there of the drone. In fact, I think I may have actually flown up a little bit more. But you can see something stuck up there. Okay, there it is. And across the property line and across that ditch you can see, that little drainage ditch, there's an irrigator, or a center pivot irrigator, going out across there. And that outside section, well, the camera just jumped, but the outside section of that has evidently a big wind blew the thing over, and so it's got a wheel stuck up in the air. So I'm not sure how they're going to have to get that thing tipped up or something like that and get back going again. Okay. Well, now we're coming down on it. That's getting the rye sowed for harvest of 2026. Guys, well, I hope you enjoyed the drone footage, and I just got done here. The old sun just going down over the tree line there, so I'm gonna call this in the video. Take care, thanks a lot for watching, we'll see you next time.